Hello everyone, this is Afifa Bano here. Thanks for the introduction. Before I take up one of the agenda of the Sustainable Development Goal 2030, that is quality education, first of all I would like to thank the Almighty Allah, and then I would like to extend my gratitude to the International Institute of Organized Research, India, Green Thinkers, India, Center for Modern Construction, Western Sydney University, Australia, and all the other organizers of Global Edu Conclave 2021. It's an honor to be the part of this program and having the platform to put forth my views on the quality education as a goal to be achieved by 2030. I would like to ask certain questions before I begin my speech. I'm not sharing my screen because I'm not giving any data or anything. I have certain things that I think we all must focus upon when we talk about quality education. First of all, just tell me, what does education means? Is it collecting degrees from different universities? Or is it getting a good job in any multinational company? What does education bring in our life? Is it only money, name, or fame? For me, education is to attain something, not to collect. It is something which doesn't need any boundary. The perfect epitome of this is the present situation. Even in this pandemic era, which has been continuing for about 2 years, where almost the entire thing of the world has come to a pause, only this teaching and learning process pursued. In the words of Aristotle, the educated differs from the uneducated as much as the living differs from the dead. Now, just think about this. Like, if I am having many degrees and still I am moved by the speech of any person in higher position, though he is wrong, my education is of no use. If I cannot bring any change towards my society, my degrees are in vain. Despite of my so-called education, if I can be instigated by any Tom, Dick, and Harry to do something wrong, my education is futile. Education is something that develops a sensibility in you. It makes you think selfless, beyond thinking only about your own profit. Education makes you look different, not in terms of your profession, but in terms of your behavior towards the ups and downs of your life. We really need to think what kind of education are we taking if still after passing the first decade of 21st century we can fight in the name of mosque and temple, language, ethnicity, dress, food, instead of fighting for the number of schools, colleges, universities, hospitals, poverty, career, education. Are we really educated? When I look around, I notice that for most of the parents, their main endeavor, their first priority is to teach their children in any English medium school where they can learn at least English language when they are able to speak a very fluent English. But what about our own culture that teaches us to look after the entire family, that includes more members than only husband, wife, and kids? Which education can make us practice the Indian culture, which is unfortunately on the verge of extinction? Who is going to teach our children all these things? If you Google, you will find a number of cases where the parents, siblings, and even better halves are cheated for the sake of money or property. My argument here is that What kind of education are we providing to our generation that is making them think only for their own profit? How can we expect from such a generation to develop a healthy society and further the healthy nation who cannot thrive a healthy family? This could be the generation who can even sell the entire nation merely for their own selfishness. Look around yourself and tell me where there is no corruption. Any place, any organization, any system. Even children are not safe in our surroundings, unfortunately. We organize so many conferences, seminars, scholarly talks, but what changes are we bringing towards our society? Are we really educated? I would like to request to all the organizers of this program to really ponder on the education system we have been practicing so far. I would like to suggest including at least one religious book as a part of the main subject. Everyone must read and understand the Quran, the Vedas, the Bible, and whatever else religious books are, despite of the religion you belong to. Once you read and understand all these books, you will learn that all the religions have the same goal that focuses on humanity, woefully, which is eradicating from us. We definitely need an education system which can deal with the corruption. We really need an education system which can inculcate humanity to the next generation, which can teach them to become a good human, to become a good person, more than to become only a good professional. The education that enables you to take stand against the wind. Apart from this moral education, we must give a practical education to our kids, which empower them to deal with the problems of life instead of committing suicide. According to the Wikipedia, about 8 lakh people die by suicide worldwide every year. According to the latest National Crime Records Bureau data, India reported an average 381 deaths by suicide daily only in 2019. I understand that everyone in the race is to win, but we must learn to accept the defeat and the loss as well positively. One failure cannot be the last thing of our life. We, as a parents, as a teacher, mentor, or educator, need to implant the minds of the kids with the notion that we are not in any race where we have to come first, else we are finished. I specially request to all the parents, do not force your children to achieve a particular marks or percentage. Set a goal of life for them, not only to get a good job, but to become a good job provider and to become a good human being. Every individual is blessed with an innate quality or talent. I hope all of you will agree with me on this point, that every individual has some qualities, has some talent. Let your kid discover his or her own innate blessings and let him or her grow with that. Motivate them to improve their mistakes. I remember when I was a student, I used to do many other things along with my studies, like giving personality development classes, private tuitions, and even reading news as a news anchor. During all these, I too faced some failures, but my father, despite of knowing that I am going wrong somewhere, he let me do those mistakes so that the lesson that I learned from my own mistakes, I never forget. This practical education, I mean, that should be given to our generation. Be their side to hold them when they are falling, but do not dictate them to the extent that affect their mental health. Well, these are the points that I believe must be considered as a quality education. I would like to sum up. I would not like to extend much, and I would not like to take much time. And I would like to sum up with the lines of the great fighter, scholar, and the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow, and learn as if you were to live forever." Thank you.